Let's be honest for a second, we've all daydreamed about it, haven't we? That perfect, forever home. The one with the nice garden, in the perfect neighborhood, where the birds sing and you finally feel like you've made it. For comedian and former late-night host James Corden, that dream became a reality. After packing up his life in sunny Los Angeles, he and his wife, Julia Carey, made their grand return to the UK. And they didn't just move back, they arrived. They planted their flag in the form of a breathtaking £11.5 million townhouse in the super-exclusive, leafy green enclave of Belsize Park, Hampstead. It's the kind of North London postcode that whispers old money and discreet charm. It's a place where you'd expect quiet mornings, polite nods, and a strong sense of community. But it seems that since the Cordens moved in back in 2024, the only thing they've been given their new neighbors is a king-sized headache. This isn't just a story about a celebrity. This is a story about what it means to be a neighbor. And right now, the residents of Belsize Park are wondering if James Corden ever got the memo. The latest chapter in this saga has sparked genuine outrage, and it's not about loud parties or flashy cars. It's about a patch of green earth, a set of paving stones, and a few wheelie bins. The Great Bin Gate Scandal. Picture this. You live on a beautiful, historic street. You pride yourself on the area's charm, the little patches of green that break up the city's gray. Then one day, you walk past the new celebrity's mansion and it's gone. A large 11-square-meter planting bed, a piece of living, breathing garden, has been ripped out and paved over, vanished, replaced by a flat, lifeless slab of hard surface. The why is what has truly sent the neighborhood spinning. According to reports, the comedian's team claimed the whole project was simply to increase the area of hard surface for storage of bins. Let's just pause there. Bins, we all have them. We all have to wrestle with them on Boeing Day. But how many of us have looked at our front garden and thought, you know what? That beautiful flower bed has got to go. The bins need more room to breathe. It feels, to put it mildly, like a bit of a slap in the face. In an area where green space is treasured like gold, paving paradise to park a wheelie bin has been seen as the ultimate act of disregard. One furious neighbor, speaking to the press, perfectly captured the mood. Is there a pressing requirement for an enlarged site for waste bins, given this is a single-family dwelling? It's a very polite, very British, and very angry way of saying, are you kidding me? The little white lie paved with gravel. Now, this is where the story gets even juicier. It's not just what they did, it's how they did it. You see, the work was reportedly carried out first, and the planning permission was sought after. That's a huge no-no in conservation areas like Belsize Park. Corden's team filed for retrospective permission, trying to smooth things over by claiming the job was just minor landscaping works to repair existing paving slabs. Just a little tidy up, right? Nothing to see here. Except, according to the neighbors, that claim just isn't true. One local pointed out to the Daily Mail that there were no existing paving slabs to repair. The area had always been gravel, a permeable, more environmentally friendly surface. This one detail changes everything. It reframes the repair as a cover story. It suggests they didn't just bend the rules, they tore them up, paved over them, and hoped nobody would notice. And it's this, the feeling of being taken for fools, that has truly lit the fuse. A green fix that's anything but. Sensing the mood had turned sour, Corden's team quickly proposed a compromise. Don't worry, they essentially said. We'll fix the green space we just destroyed. We're going to plant 4 new trees and some other plants to make up for it. On the surface, it sounds like a reasonable fix. A small olive branch, perhaps. Wrong. The local residents association, who clearly knows a thing or two about gardening, stepped in immediately. They took one look at the new planting plans and, in so many words, called them a joke. They complained that the new trees and plants are being crammed so close together that they have little to no chance of surviving. Think about that. The solution to destroying a thriving 11-square-meter garden bed is to plant a few token trees in a way that almost guarantees they will die. It's a PR move, not an ecological one. It's a gesture that feels hollow, cynical, and even more insulting than the original problem. It's this lack of care, this that'll-do attitude, that has local councillor Tom Simon putting his foot down. There is no valid justification for the loss of green space in this instance, he stated firmly. The application should be resisted. A pattern of disruption. If this was a one-off mistake, a simple case of a new owner not understanding the local vibe, maybe the neighbors would be more forgiving. But here's the rub, it's not. This bin gate is just the latest in a string of complaints that have been piling up since 2024. First, there was the noise. Classic new neighbor teething problems, perhaps, but it was enough to get people talking. Then came the real bombshell, the extension plans. The Cordens aren't just living in their £11.5 million mansion, they're expanding it. We're talking a massive new complex, separate from the main house, complete with a gym, a work den, and an at-home spa. Now, a man's home is his castle, right? But here's the kicker. The Sun reported that Corden's team of architects managed to get these huge plans waived through using a lawful development certificate. In simple terms, that's a loophole. It's a piece of paperwork that, if you stick to certain regulations, means you don't have to seek official planning permission. You don't have to go through the lengthy, public process where your neighbors get to voice their concerns. You just build. What does it mean to be a good neighbor? When you put it all together, a picture starts to form. This isn't really about bins, it's not just about noise. It's not even about a spa. It's about respect. It's about the feeling, a deep and growing frustration, that the rules are simply different for the rich and famous. It's the feeling that a new wealthy resident can move in, bypass the community, ignore the heritage, and literally pave over the local charm to make a bit more room for his trash. For the people who have lived in Belsize Park for years, who have carefully preserved its character, this must feel like a betrayal. We all want our dream home. But what happens when one person's dream, built with loud noises, clever loopholes, and a total disregard for a patch of green, becomes the entire neighborhood's nightmare? The new trees in James Corden's front yard may not survive, crammed together without air or hope. And if this continues, it's pretty clear the neighborhood's goodwill won't either.